Chris Haley, number 2. And at the tight back, Pat Brooks, number 3. At fullback, number 45, Rick Turco. And at quarterback, number 8, Mike DeBosch. And for the Deerfield Warriors, their starting lineup. At center, it'll be number 56, Mike Olson. At right guard, number 76, Matt Trapani. At left guard, Alex Adams taking Gary Toussaint's place. Alex Adams wearing number 72. At right tackle, Bubba Matthews, number 70. At left tackle, number 78, Mike Connor. At the tight end on the right, Britt Treckenbrode, number 89. And number 80 at left end, David Brown. And in the backfield, number 43, Bill Kirsten. Number 44, Jerry Baller. Tony Gassman, number 42, the fullback position. And Phil Marks, number 13, at quarterback.
Just about ready to get underway. The officials in today's game, the referee Chuck Esposito from Elk Grove Village. The umpire, Bill Kopp from Mount Prospect. The lineman is Dick Busher from Winnetka. And the line judge is Walt Jerbanski from West Chicago. A lot of excitement. Deerfield will be receiving. And triple safeties back for Deerfield be Mike Murray, Bill Kirsten, and Jeff Williams.
Head coach for the Antioch school is Steve Wapon, and for the Deerfield Warriors, it's Paul Adams. And Deerfield will doing the receiving. Antioch will kick from the north end of the field. And here's the second round game underway. It's end over end. It'll be taken at the 13-yard line by Kirsten. Kirsten's got some nice running room. He's at midfield. Still has Bubba Matthews and Crichton blocking, and he'll get down deep into, not deep, but into Antioch territory inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. A nice run back.
Bill Kirsten was tackled by number 54, Robert Johnson, and did he do a nice job picking up his blockers, and the Warriors in good field position. I think we're kind of lucky today. It's cool, not real windy. Field is not bad considering all the rain we've had, but at least it's not raining. And there you see the offensive line of the Deerfield Warriors.
Deerfield from the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Marks hands off to Kirsten, who tries to come over left tackle, and he'll gain probably about a yard on the play, coming right through Mike Connor's slot, number 78, and also Alex Adams, number 72, at the left guard slot. A gain of a yard, we'll call it 2nd down and 9 from the Antioch 39-yard line. Deerfield Warriors, everybody in tight. Marks calling the signals, gets the snap from Olson, hands off to Kirsten. Again, it's got some nice running room around the left-hand side. He'll get down inside the 20-yard line and be pushed out of bounds by Steve Hansen wearing number 5. And a 1st down for the Deerfield Warriors.
Nice run, and you could just see Bill Kirsten turn on the speed on that last play, which is why he's been successful all year long.
Deerfield down inside the Antioch 20-yard line, just inside of it. We'll call it the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. First quarter of action. IHSA state playoff game. Marks on a handoff to Gassman. Comes through the left guard hole that Alex Adams, number 72, tries to open up. He'll gain probably about a yard on the play. It should be 2nd down and 9 from about the 19-yard line. Deerfield Warriors receiving the opening kickoff, having moved now deep into Antioch area. Again, Deerfield Warriors, T formation. Everybody is in tight. Here's the snap. A fake handoff to Gassman, and then a secondary handoff goes to Kirsten, and he'll get back to just about the line of scrimmage and be hit by number 64, Mark Majewski from Antioch. That'll bring up 3rd down. Should be about 3rd and 8. Ball will now be spotted at the 17-yard line. Deerfield going again with the same formation, T formation, nobody split out. Here's the snap. Gassman gets it right through the center of the line. He'll pick up probably about 2, maybe 3 yards and be tackled. And that brings up 4th down for the Warriors, and they'll be short by about 3 yards of a 1st down.
Jim Smith on the tackle, number 76 for Antioch.
Ball will be inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
There's Coach Adams and his inner cabinet. Good opportunity for the Warriors if they can pick up the 1st down. They've got 4 to go.
Slot man to the left-hand side, goes in motion to the right. Handoff, it's a reversal. Kirsten gets it, and he'll be close to a first down, but I'm not sure that he'll make enough.
He will be very close, and he was stopped before that, and apparently he's not going to be getting it. He would have had to get to the 10, so he'll be a yard short. Good defensive play by Antioch in stopping the Warriors, who had a lot of momentum, and Kirsten couldn't pick up that first down, just a yard short of that.
So Antioch will have the ball, their first series of downs, 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line. 2 men split out to the left, and a man split out to the right-hand side. Single back, and the handoff goes to him. Tries to pile through the center of the line, and he'll probably pick up a couple of yards on the play as the ball was handed off to Antioch's number 45, Rick Turco. He's 6 feet, 187 pounds, and a senior for Antioch.
Antioch's got a nice running game. They also have a nice passing attack. There you see the offensive line for the Secoits.
It'll be 2nd down and 7. Moving from their own 14-yard line. A quick pass out into the flat is complete. He'll get some running room, gets away from one tackler, gets past the 30-yard line and up to about the 33 before Bill Bertram brings him down. That was Patrick Brooks who received that pass out in the flat, and that's enough for a first down for Antioch. 1st and 10, they will mark the ball at the Antioch 32-yard line. This time they split Chris Haley out wide to the right and Patrick Brooks out to the left with another slot man to the left, a single setback. Quick pass over the center, it's complete, and he'll pick up almost 10 yards, possibly even a first down on that play as it was completed to John Gunther, number 83 for Antioch. And the officials say that is a first down, and that moves it up to the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for Antioch.
Matt Ombre coming up from the safety position to make that tackle. They're going to have to watch that. This team can pass. They've got a lot of finesse.
This time Chris Haley is to the left, and Patrick Brooks is out wide to the right with another slot man, a single setback again. Here's the snap. He fakes a pass, gives a handoff on a draw play. Coming up through the left guard slot is Rick Turco, number 45, and he'll pick up just about 3 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down. Actually, almost 4 yards. Should be about 2nd and 6.
Bertram in on that stop. We haven't seen him go either running or passing yet to Pat Brooks, number 3. We're going to keep our eye on him. Also, the wide receiver is Chris Haley, number 2, who's split out now.
Moving from the 47-yard line, Antioch back to pass, gets one off in the sidelines, going to be incomplete. Intended on the far side of the field for Robert Zissi, wearing number 22, on a pass from quarterback Mike Dobosh. So Antioch stops the clock, has 3rd down, still 6 yards to go, moving from their own 47. 6:58 to go in the first quarter. There is no score.
Antioch started back at their own 11 after stopping the Warrior drive.
Two men out to the left, 1 man to the right, single setback. Dobosh is back to pass. He's being chased by Bertram, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back to the 35.
And there is a big, big play for the Warriors. That's going to make it 4th and long, and Deerfield, by virtue of that sack, has been able to hold the Secoits here.
Be 4th down and just about 18 yards to go, maybe a little bit more to pick up the first down. So they are in punting situation with Kirsten and Michael Murray back deep, and Phil Marks, the short man for the Deerfield Warriors. Brief timeout as the officials wipe the ball off. 4th down for Antioch. Their first offensive series has been stopped by a sack by Bill Bertram. Long call. Here's the snap from the center. The kick is away. It's kicked by John Gunther, number 3, and 83, and taken by Michael Murray, and he'll probably be tripped up inside the 30 at about the 28, and there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, we're going to see an illegal block called against Deerfield. James Zokel, number 4, making the stop for Antioch, and Deerfield is going to be pushed back. And we've seen that happen a few times this year. They keep getting called for clipping. So that'll push the Warriors back. Important thing, of course, they got the ball and they did stop Antioch. 6:05 left to go in the first quarter.
Here's the official marking it off. He was tackled at the 28, and they're going to put it inside the 20-yard line. Looks like it'll be down to about the 18. No, they're marking again here. Marking it off from the 30-yard line. Now, as a matter of fact, they're going to push it farther back than that. They're going to push it inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. So that's a big 15-yard penalty against the Warriors. They'll have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. 6:05 to go in the first quarter. No score. Deerfield's second offensive series of downs. Man split out wide to the right and to the left as a running play comes up into the center of the line for a gain of about 3 yards.
Antioch's lining up in a 4-4 defense, which is about what we expected them to do. But on that last play, they brought the cornerback up almost to a 4-5.
That was Gasman on that last ball carrier as Deerfield coach Paul Adams brings in plays from the sidelines, alternating Andy Walvord along with David Brown at the left end position. Walvord will be split out to the left. Kirsten will be slotted to the right side. And a handoff, and it's a sweep trying to go around to the right-hand side. Jerry Baller, wearing number 44. Just as he starts to turn the corner, somebody grabs onto his jersey and drags him down for just about a yard gain. Ball will be spotted just inside the 20-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and about 4. 5 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. Rick Truckenbrod split out wide to the right this time. Nobody out to the left.
They got all the cornerbacks up towards the line.
In fact, Kirsten will be split out to the right. Marks is back to pass. He's got some time, and now he's going to be thrown for a loss. He couldn't find anybody open, and finally, Dale Gade, number 72, closed in on him and sacked him for a loss in that play, and that brings up 4th down for the Warriors, and they'll have 10 yards to go to pick up the first. It'll be a punting situation for them.
Well, Antioch read that play real nicely. They had the cornerbacks up. As soon as they saw a pass, they dropped them back, and Marks had no one to pass to.
Carl Slosher will be back at the goal line to do the punting. Here's the snap from Mike Olson. He gets the kick away. It's a good one. It's going to touch at about the Deerfield 46, roll up close to center field, and be touched down at the Antioch side at the 49-yard line by Deerfield's 84, Dan Rudolph. So Antioch will take over with 4 minutes and 1 second left to go in the first quarter at center field at their own 49. And this will be their second series of offensive downs. Deerfield having received the kickoff from the Antioch team at the start of this second playoff game. Antioch has a wide receiver to the right and the left. From the shotgun position, DeBosch fakes a handoff, gets a quick pass downfield. It's complete, and he'll be pushed out of bounds by Baller at about the 35-yard line. It was complete to Scott Hensel.
Well, we see that Antioch has a few tricks of their own.
And a first down for Antioch as now they move into Deerfield area. At the 35-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Both teams coming into this playoff game with an 8-2 record. Again, wide receivers right and left. Twin send back from the shotgun. A handoff this time. He stops, tries to cut in. He'll pick up probably about 3 yards as Patrick Brooks gets the ball. And he'll be tackled by Deerfield's Jamie Solem, number 45.
At that play, Deerfield had all of the linebackers up on the line. Still picked up a few yards for Antioch. Jamie Solem in on the tackle.
Picked up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. They'll be moving from the Deerfield 33. Shotgun position again. DeBosch looking for somebody open. Gets his pass. Officials call it incomplete as he was down on his knees. Intended for Robert Zissi, wearing number 22.
And Jamie Solem covering on that last play. 3:04 left to go in the first quarter.
So that brings up 3rd down. Still 8 yards to go. Clock is stopped. No score here in the first quarter. Haley is split out to the left. Got a man split out wide to the right. DeBosch gets it, makes a quick pass off to the far side of the field. It'll be complete down around the 21-yard line.
And a first down for Antioch. And he was wide open.
A nice pass. Larry Miller picked that one off and picked up a first down for Antioch. This time moving from the Deerfield 21-yard line. And 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Clock is stopped as he went out of bounds. Haley split wide to the right, slot man to the left from the shotgun again to Bosch. Gets another pass off to the sidelines. It'll be complete. Be tacked by Murray. And it was completed to Antioch's Robert Zissi, number 22.
He's close to a first down. Actually, he's going to be a couple of yards short, but good field position at the 12-yard line. Clock running now with 2:40 left to go.
A gain of 6 on that pass play. Second down and 2 from the Deerfield 13. And this time right through the center of the line. Got nice running room, sweeping outside, and he'll go on in. Patrick Brooks, wearing number 3, in for the touchdown. And a snap from the center, taking DeBosch's place. Had a nice hole open right up in the center, went right on through the secondary to the far side of the field, and in for the first touchdown of this game. Antioch will lead by the score of 6-0 with 2:18 to go in the first quarter. And they'll have the chance to try for the extra point. They're setting up for the kick. Chris Haley, number 2, will do the holding. Here's the snap from the center. Here's the kick. And it's good. Kicked by number 83, John Gunther. So with 2:18 to go in the first quarter, Antioch will lead Deerfield by the score of 7-0, and we'll be right back with more playoff action on Capital Cities Cable TV.
When you want to eat out, relax and have fun, there's a place to find something for everyone.
Taking a 7-0 lead. Score coming at 2:18 of the first quarter. 2:18 remaining in the first quarter. This is the second round of the playoffs, and every point counts a lot more than they do in the regular season. Deerfield had a good opportunity being stalled at the 11-yard line, as now Antioch is set to kick off. Kirsten ran it back about 70 yards last time.
Bertram, Kirsten, and Murray will be deep for Deerfield as Antioch kicks from the north end at the 40-yard line. It's a lofty one, being taken by Murray, bobbles it briefly, picks it up at around the 10-yard line, straight downfield, and he'll get up to the 25 and be tackled at that point. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Deerfield Warriors. They trailed 7-0 here in the first quarter. Antioch getting on the scoreboard first in their second series of downs. Deerfield receiving the opening kickoff and having to punt to Antioch. Phil Marks comes in from the sideline with a play from Coach Paul Adams. Breaks him out of the huddle. Brown will be split out to the left. Slot a man Kirsten to the right-hand side, a twin set to the left in the backfield. Handoff goes to Gassman up over Mike Olson's hole at the center slot. Probably pick up about 3 yards. We'll see where they finally mark it down. Looks like it's going to be marked as about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And they'll move the ball to the Deerfield 28-yard line. There's the Deerfield huddle. That's Olson, number 56 at the center, breaking out of the huddle first, lining up over the ball. Wide receiver to the right, twin set in the backfield. Marks fakes a handoff, makes a pass. It's going to be knocked down. Intended for Gassman, but was knocked down by Antioch's Tom Holman, number 53. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go, first quarter.
Well, I think the Warriors are going to have to get things together real quick, because you've got a good defensive team here, and certainly one that can score with a nice passing attack. Deerfield had an opportunity earlier in the game on the first possession and couldn't capitalize on it.
Still 3rd and 8. That's Olson out of the huddle first at the center. Kirsten to the right-hand side. Twin set to the left in the backfield. Marks calling the signals at quarterback. And it's going to be offsides. I guess it would be against Deerfield. It looked like Brown was offsides on the left end position. We'll see what the officials indicate. But I think it'll probably be a 5-yard penalty against the Warriors.
And it will, and the down will remain the same. Deerfield just being pushed back deeper and deeper into a hole.
So it'll be third down. And this time it'll be 13 yards to go. 1 minute and 8 seconds in the first quarter. Baller will be split out to the left. Kirsten will be in the backfield in an I formation. Marks at center calling the signals. Fades back to pass, getting some blocking from Kirsten. Gets his pass down. There'll be a flag on the field. And it's complete to Baller, and he'll be up to the Deerfield 40, about 41-yard line.
Let's see what the flag's all about, but they are spotting the ball down at the 41. Steve Hansen making the tackle. And is there going to be a call against Deerfield?
Antioch team jumping when they heard that indication. There's the official showing that it's against Deerfield. So that'll be 2 penalties in a row here against the Warriors. See what the official indication is yet. We haven't received any indication from them as to what the actual penalty is.
That's a bad break for the Warriors because they had a first down there.
Well, they had a 15-yarder previously, and then a 5-yard just before this. So the Warriors suffering some penalty yardage in a playoff game is certainly not needed.
Not needed, and it doesn't work.
They'll be deep in their own territory. See where the officials are going to spot the ball. They're trying to mark it off, apparently from the line of scrimmage. There goes 5. They're going to mark it back 5 yards. There's the indication from the officials. Illegal man downfield. Clock is running on under a minute to go, and I believe Phil Marks is going to look into the sideline, might be wanting to call a timeout. And if he doesn't hurry, they may be called for delay of game.
Well, I think there's a question over the down.
Well, they've got it indicated as 4th down. The clock continues to run here without any timeout being taken. Now the officials call timeout for Deerfield.
Well, that was a 3rd down play. Apparently they lost the down and the yardage, and I think that's what the confusion is about.
Now the referee is going over to talk to the Antioch coach and to the Deerfield coach.
Both the yard marker and the scoreboard has it as 4th down. I think Phil Marks thought it was 3rd down. So I don't think they were going to go for it at that point.
There's Coach Paul Adams talking to the referees. The clock has been stopped with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Antioch leading in this playoff game, second round, by the score of 7-0.
Well, it is 4th down. Not sure I follow that one. Even Antioch didn't know it was 4th down.
Well, at this point, it'll be 4th. They'll be moving it from inside the 20-yard line at about the 18. And they'll have just about 18 yards to go to pick up the first down, as Carl Slosher will be back in the end zone.
There you see Phil Marks. Not exactly jubilant at this point.
So the Warriors having to punt. Antioch has 2 men back at about midfield. Here's the snap from center. He'll get the kick away. Be taken at the Deerfield 45, and he's going to be hit right there. And pushed back by about 5 yards as he was hit by Truckenbrod and also hit
Colin Cody and Steve Massey also in on that stop.
And Dan Rudolph also. So Antioch will have it 1st and 10. They'll mark the ball from where his forward motion was at the Deerfield 46-yard line. And 25 seconds remain on the clock as the clock starts to move. They'll probably get just this one play off here in the first quarter. Man split out to the right. They're going from the shotgun. And a pitch lateral forward. And a try around the left-hand side of the line by Patrick Brooks. Getting the lateral from DeBosch. And he'll just barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Should bring up 2nd down. And that'll end the first quarter. And Antioch leads in this game by the score of 7-0 over the Deerfield Warriors. This is Tom Sheridan with Barry Axelrod on Capital Cities Cable TV, and we'll be right back.
Innovation.
Plus 90.
The plus.
As it stands, we start the second quarter, 7-0. Antioch leading the Deerfield Warriors at Deerfield High School. It'll be 2nd down. and 10 yards to go. The ball will be spotted at the Deerfield 46-yard line. And Brooks was the ball carrier on the first Antioch touchdown, and Gunther made the extra point conversion.
We have a man split out to the left and a slot man to the right. Long count. And a pitch out to the slot man. And going nowhere is Pat Brooks. Maybe got about 3 yards on that play. It was almost obvious that they were going to pitch that out or just lateral the pass out to Brooks.
Bubba Matthews.
Speed.
I was going to say Bubba Matthews and Jamie Solom were both in there to make the tackle after just about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 8, moving from the Deerfield 44.
Now it's I formation, and slotted out to the right side. And this is Brooks. And he gets down to the 40-yard line, and that's about it. Pickup of about 2.
He was tackled by Colin Cody, number 46. Brooks, in fact, had to step on the rear end of one of his own players to gain that yardage. It brings up 4th down and a long 5 yards for the first down.
So the Warrior defense has held here. Back goes Kirsten and Murray, and Marks the short man. Just the opening minutes of the opening seconds, rather, of the second quarter. Gunther back to punt. It's a high one. It's going to bounce at about the 10-yard line and then bounce down and touch down at the 6. So a good punt by Gunther, and Deerfield again with their backs to the wall. They'll be running from their 6-yard line, and they need a big one here.
Well, Deerfield Warriors have just about 10 minutes and 39 seconds here in the second quarter. But as you said, Barry, their backs are against the wall, and they're going to have to move long yardage downfield, some 94 yards to get in over that goal line to get their first score here in this playoff game.
Time of possession's about equal. Deerfield with a slight edge in the first quarter, 6:11 to 5:49. The scoreboard isn't on Deerfield's side. This is Gassman. Gassman picks up about 5 up to the 10, make it the 11.
I think actually it was Baller who had the ball.
Calling.
Gassman was leading and doing the blocking through the hole. Here you see number 85 coming in from the sidelines. That's Deerfield's Andy Walvord with a play from Coach Paul Adams. And that's Phil Marks, number 13, the Deerfield quarterback.
Baller goes in motion. And this is Tony Gassman with a first down up to the 28-yard line. Nice run by Gassman.
Well, Gassman did what he likes to do, and that is just bowl right on through that center. And he got the backs away from the wall and up to the Deerfield 26, where it'll be 1st and 10. Now they've got some maneuvering room.
I would say that, or breathing room. Kirsten, the wingback. Man split out to the right side. Kirsten goes in motion. Back goes Marks, and he's going to get sacked back at the 20-yard line, back at the 15.
That was Robert Johnson, number 54, who just came right through there. I don't know if somebody missed a block or what.
Apparently someone must have missed something because there was nobody there to block.
And he came through there pretty quickly, and that is not what Deerfield needs. They've been suffering from a sack like that, which they had previously in this game, and they've also been suffering from yardage and penalties.
Well, 2 penalties really hurt them back in the last series of downs, and then they just were unable to capitalize and convert on a 4th down when they're down at the Antioch 11. Now everyone is in tight. Kirsten in motion. And the give is up the middle to Gassman.
Well, this time he didn't find the running room that he needed, and he only picked up short yardage, probably about a yard on the play.
Make it 3rd and 15. And if ever Deerfield needed a good run here, get him back in this ball game, this is it. Kirsten now split out to the right side. I formation. Back goes Marks. Gonna get hit. The 3rd time he's been hit today. Someone came along from the blind side. I think it was number 53, Tom Harmon. It just came right through there. Deerfield defense unable to keep out the Antioch Secoites, and they certainly read that play well. Slosher back to punt.
This will be at least the third time we've seen Slosher having to punt for the Warriors.
John Payne on the near side deep. And Slosher goes down, and there's a break for Deerfield as number 6 for the Secoites, John Weirsham, just let the ball go, but it's going to be a roughing the kicker against Antioch, and Deerfield will have the ball. I couldn't see who ran into Slosher, but they came in real quick.
Well, Deerfield would have had that between the 30 and 40-yard line from where it was touched down, but because of that...
Or rather, Antioch would have had it back there.
I'm sorry, Antioch would have had it back there, but from the roughing, it'll be an automatic first down for the Deerfield Warriors.
And a 15-yard penalty to boot, if you'll pardon the pun.
Yeah, on a punting play, I guess we'll have to pardon that. That moves it to the Deerfield 28-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. So they'll take all the help from Antioch they can get, I guess.
Yes, they will. Good opportunity now for the Warriors. Pro set in the backfield. And coming around the right side is Kirsten, or rather Baller.
Kind of ran into a wall of 3 players headed by James Zothel, number 4 for Antioch. Held him to about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8, moving from the Deerfield 31.
John Schaefer also in on that stop. And they line up in a T formation now. Kirsten trying to break through the left side. He gets across the 35 to the 37. See Bill Kirsten going back to the huddle. David Brown checks into the lineup.
Well, this will be a key down here. It'll be 3rd, and they've got 3 yards to go to pick up the first down. Otherwise, they wind up in a 4th down position.
Now they line up in the power I. And going through, and looks like he's got a first down, is Jerry Baller.
Well, this time he was led and had some nice blocks by Deerfield's Alex Adams, number 72, and that moves it up to the Deerfield 41, 1st and 10 for the Warriors with 5:42 to go here in the second quarter.
Deerfield doing a good job right now in running the clock. They've got to get some points on the board, too. Baller, the wingback on the left side. Officials call a brief timeout.
I believe they're going to be wiping the ball off here. The field is muddy after the rain that we had yesterday. It's not as muddy as it has been, but we certainly see a lot of the players sliding around in the mud.
I think the rain we've had the last 2 days, I think somebody was watching us today. The forecast was that it was supposed to keep raining till mid-afternoon. And this is Baller, and looked like a little bit of mix-up in the backfield that delayed things enough. Baller just gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now, he may even suffer about a yard loss on that from where they're going to mark it. They're going to spot it at the 40, and the line of scrimmage was just about the 41, so it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Larry Rogers on the stop for Antioch. Now Kirsten's the wingman on the right side. Pro set in the backfield. Back goes Marks. He's hit and a flag down.
Dale
and
Gage.
A fumble, and looks like Antioch has the ball. Now let's see what the penalty's about. A clip. And it is going to be Antioch's ball. He pointed a clip against Antioch. It was a clip against Deerfield. So Deerfield has now lost the ball on a fumble just when they started to move things, with 4:42 remaining in the first half.
So needless to say, Antioch obviously was going to decline that, picking up the ball. certainly didn't want to give it to Deerfield. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Deerfield 30. The officials are still talking to the Deerfield players. And also DeBosch, number 8 there, is talking to the officials from Antioch. So Deerfield has suffered penalties and now a turnover on a fumble. And they trail 7-0 in the second quarter, 4:42 to go. Antioch has it 1st and 10 from the Deerfield 30. There's Coach Paul Adams talking to one of the officials.
Looks like they're lining up in the shotgun once again. I don't know what the delay is.
Well, the delay is the officials are talking to Coach Paul Adams on the sidelines, and they're waiting for that conversation to conclude. Now the referee is coming back out to the center of the field. Now they're set.
From the shotgun, Dobush throwing long. And it is incomplete as he was double teamed by Michael Murray and Jamie Solom, and some nice coverage on that. In fact, the ball was actually caught momentarily by Zissi, but good coverage by the Warriors prevented it from being a reception.
Well, the pass was right there. It was right on its mark. Stops the clock, 4:31 to go. It's still 2nd and 10 from the Deerfield 30.
And they line up in the I with a man split out left and right. And they hand it off to Turco, and Jamie Solom was right in there.
Well, that was the kind of heads-up kind of play that you need from the Deerfield Warriors, to throw them for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
And we said Jamie Solom. I meant to say Bill Bertram in on that stop.
It's Bertram, number 33. And that brings up 3rd down. They've got about 13 yards to go.
They line up in the shotgun once again. Split man to the right, slot man to the left. From the shotgun, Dobush. Overthrown. Edwin Williams had a little bit of a hand on it for Deerfield. That'll bring up a 4th and 13, and let's see what Coach Steve Wapon wants to do. 3:49 with the clock stopped on that incompleted pass.
And a timeout being called by Antioch. Well, Deerfield has suffered some severe penalties here in this game, and also a turnover on a fumble.
Just shouldn't have happened.
But now they've got Antioch in a position where it's 4th down and 13. They're moving from the Deerfield 33. Antioch leading in this ball game by the score of 7-0. The touchdown having come in the first quarter, with Brooks running through the center of the offensive line and on in for the touchdown, and then the extra point conversion by Gunther was good. But it's been the penalties and the turnovers that have caused the Deerfield Warriors some problems here this afternoon, and Antioch has not suffered either one.
And 7-0 the score. The Deerfield defense, other than one series of downs, has been able to hold Antioch. And the way things are going, if Antioch were to get another one on the board, it would be a tough afternoon for the Warriors.
Well, at least with one touchdown, they've got an opportunity going into the halftime.
Well, it's cold, and it's a muddy field, and Antioch's a good football team. And we're seeing a good game here today. From the shotgun now, Dobush looking to pass, and it's incomplete. He picked it up on the bounce.
Yeah, it was right down into the turf, a little bit low that time. The quarterback usually has been able to do a little bit better passing than that. He's usually been right on the mark, but that turns it over to the Deerfield Warriors, 1st and 10.
And Jeremy Hoffman covering on that play.
Deerfield will move from their own 33-yard line. And they've got 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
They run a pro set. And a delay, and this is Baller trying to come through. He goes nowhere.
Well, we've seen Baller get the handoff in past games, and he's been likely to sweep around the right-hand side. And typically they found some openings with Britt Truckenbrod doing blocking and Bubba Matthews doing blocking on the right-hand side of the line. It just didn't open up for him this time. He really just got back to the line of scrimmage and may have lost an inch or two.
Kirsten slotted out to the right side. I formation. Back goes Marks. This time he's got some time. Throwing, looking for Britt Truckenbrod on the right side. It's over his head. He may have purposely thrown it on that plane just to make sure nobody else could get it. Everyone seemed to be covered.
Well, they had Larry Rogers, number 52 from Antioch, coming over to cover on that. Deerfield Warriors on a 3rd down and 10, trying to find something that's going to break loose and get them on the scoreboard before this first half ends.
Truckenbrod split out on the near side, and Jerry Baller split out on the far side. I formation again. Marks, and the pass is tipped, and is it caught? A flag is down, and they're saying it is a reception. It'll be close to a first down. See what the penalty's about.
That was Baller who was right there to get that deflected pass. The officials are talking with the Antioch team.
Now, apparently, the penalty will go against Deerfield.
2:59 to go as the clock is stopped here. Second quarter, the second round playoff game, IHSA. Antioch and Deerfield Warriors. There's the indication by the officials. It's against Antioch. It'll be
the
Deerfield's
penalty is
ball.
against Antioch. Well, I don't know what the penalty was.
Looks like Deerfield will decline the penalty.
Well, they'll decline it, and they've got a first down.
1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line.
Well, there's a break for the Warriors. I think there are a lot of questions as to whether that ball was caught or trapped, but in any case, according to the officials, it's a first down, a reception, and Deerfield runs from a pro set. Back goes Marks, throwing. Oh, and Truckenbrod turned the wrong way.
Well, Truckenbrod was certainly down there and open, and the pass was just not quite on its mark. He would have had a first down, and he would have been down to around the 44-yard line in Antioch area.
Bill Truckenbrod turned the wrong way. If he had turned to his right, he'd have had a reception.
So again, that stops the clock. 2:36 to go, second quarter. 2nd and 10. Deerfield still moving from inside their 45 at the 44-yard line.
Kirsten slotted out to the right side. Brown split out to the left. Dual setbacks. Going up the middle is Bertram. Bertram's got a first down at the 45-yard line.
Well, Bertram just powered his way right on through there and got up to the 45 of Antioch. The officials are calling timeout. I'm not sure if they're going to bring the chain in. They're looking at it as if it were close.
Well, I think it's, from this angle, it looks like he had a first down. In fact, I thought he made it over the 45. They're saying it's the 46. It'll be 3rd and 1. Kirsten, a step back from the line of scrimmage. And looks like Marks is changing the play as now Walbert split out to the left. Bertram once again still on his feet. Down to the 42.
Well, again, he just piled on through as everybody was grabbing onto him as he bowled on through there.
In fact, he's further than that. He's down to the 37. So Deerfield on the move once again. 2:02 left to go. Clock running.
You got what counts. You got the first down.
This is Baller. Gets about 5 yards. Down to the 33-yard line.
It was Larry Rogers, number 52, who came in to make the tackle for Antioch. A good gain of
34.
A gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Dual setbacks. Men split out left and right. Back goes Marks, being rushed. And he has Bertram down at the 28-yard line, and he is close to a first down. But more important than that, the clock is running.
Tom Holman, number 53, came in to hit Marks, and then once he had knocked him down, extended a hand to pick him up. A nice show of sportsmanship.
Marks. And David Brown makes a beautiful catch. First down for the Warriors. At the 17-yard line.
It's time running out, though. They've got 41 seconds on the clock.
Now Deerfield calls timeout. That is their second timeout.
There's a shot of the Deerfield cheerleading squad on the sidelines. Second quarter, Antioch leading 7-0. 41 seconds on the clock. Deerfield has a first down. The ball is at the 18-yard line. Warriors would like to get a touchdown, go in at least tied into the halftime.
Well, they sure would, and that was a nice catch by David Brown and brought some life to this crowd.
There's Coach Paul Adams with his headset on, talking to the Deerfield Warriors huddle.
The winner of this game, by the way, will play in Arlington Heights next week, either against Forest View or Hersey. Whoever wins, the game will be in Arlington Heights. We think. The way it looks, it'll be in Arlington Heights, but it may not. Coach Adams coming off the field as he's set the play up for the Warriors with 41 seconds left. They run from a pro set. Marks to pass. Throwing into the end zone and has got it down, and a flag. I think we're going to get a pass interference call.
Truckenbrod was right there in the end zone, and the officials were right there along with him, and down went the flag.
We're going to get a pass interference call. That'll be a first down. See where they move the ball back to. The official motioned with his arm that he came around from behind to hit it down and made contact.
They've got the ball right now at around the 18. They're trying to decide where they're going to mark it off from.
I believe that is 15 yards, 10 yards. Thank you, Richard. 35 seconds left.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal line.
They'll spot the ball at just over the 10-yard line. It'll be first down for the Warriors. First and 10, in fact.
This is a big one right here for the Warriors. They can go in, they can possibly have a tie game.
Well, as a matter of fact, now they're going to call it first and goal, as they'll be marking the ball down at about the 9-yard line.
Everyone in tight. Kirsten, the wingman, to the right side.
35 seconds on the clock.
Kirsten in motion. Marks the pass. Into the end zone. Bertram is all alone for the touchdown.
Oh, that was beautiful. Bertram had nobody around him at all. It just sailed right in.
They covered the deep end, but they didn't. They forgot about the fullback. And Bertram right through for the touchdown. Marks with an 8-yard pass.
Marks congratulating Bertram on the sidelines. The two of them real happy they pulled that one off.
And you know something's up whenever Paul Adams goes out on the field. And that was a beautiful call as Jamie Solom will try for the extra point. 31 seconds left.
Matt Ombre does the holding. The snap from Mike Olson at center. There's the kick.
Kick is up, and it's good. And we have a timeout with 31 seconds, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game.
Deerfield Warriors needed that to go into the halftime at least tied up. They certainly didn't want, and certainly Antioch had the opportunity to get in and get a second touchdown. Deerfield defense held, and this time the Deerfield offense clicked and went on in. 66 yards, 10 plays, 3 minutes and 13 seconds to do it all. And they tie it up here in the second quarter with 31 seconds to go. Deerfield will kick from the north end of the field to Antioch on the south end. And that's number 65, which is Deerfield's David Eck, who's been kicking off all year for the Warriors. Carl Slosher does the punting. They'll kick it from the north end, Deerfield 40-yard line. So Deerfield, having suffered some penalties and having suffered a turnover, all of them crucial and key factors here in this first half, have been able to come back and tie it up.
2 men are deep, and they've got a 4-man wall set up back at the 30-yard line. One thing Deerfield wants to do is make sure they don't get a run back. And a short kick, I think they were trying for the onside kick, and it is picked up at the 42-yard line by number 55.
That's 65, actually.
65, okay.
Steve Papadakis.
So with 29 seconds left, the Deerfield defense has to hold Antioch so they could go into the locker room with a tie game.
From the shotgun.
And we've got a reception, and close to a first down is Zissy.
The receiver is Robert Zissy.
They call him as an ineligible receiver, and a timeout will be taken by Antioch.
Okay, so now let's see, what are they going to do? He was ineligible. How can they give him the catch?
No, it looks like they are giving him the catch.
Apparently so.
He's second down and just about 2, as the ball will be spotted at the Deerfield 46. And Antioch taking a timeout to stop the clock with 7 seconds. They'll only get 1 play off here, but of course that's all they need.
And obviously they're looking to see. First, if I were them, I would just fall on the ball and not take a chance on a fumble or an interception. But this is a championship game, and you want to try to make the opportunities. Steve Wapon out talking to his team, as Paul Adams did a moment ago, and Deerfield scored the touchdown. A touchdown drive, 3 minutes, 13 seconds, 66 yards and 10 plays for the Warriors. Marks to Bertram. Dobish from the shotgun. Looking long, throwing long, and it is going to be caught at the 22-yard line as the clock runs out. And that will end the first half with the score 7-7, Antioch and Deerfield. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with some halftime statistics and a recap of the first half. Barry Axelrod and Tom Sheridan, you're watching Warrior Football.